I wanted to properly and thoroughly explain the different kinds of plus frames in Tekken. Because Tekken, it lies to you. Kind of like Mortal Kombat. They both lie to you. Plus frames on hit and on block are very loose. By that I mean, there's instances where just because something is plus does not mean your opponent gets hit by the next thing, right? I like to call it like plus on guard, or guard, like plus 10 guard, plus 18 guard, instead of saying, like plus 18, right? Because plus 18 means like, you can use an 18 frame button after, right? Like, so a perfect example, after something like this, oops, my bad, after something like this, it's plus 12, right? And it's like, well, what does Lily have that's gonna hit that's 12 frames? From crouch. She's got that, right? And it actually combos, as you see. So that's 12 frames on the dot. You could also do her down back two, right? Also combos, 11 frames. So, but it looks like, because that's 12 frames, you can just get whatever you want, right? Oops. Is that her running? She has a running move? I didn't know that. I gotta start using that shit. Well, that looks cheap. That is a normal that actually, links when you get something. Like another good example is this counter hit launcher, right? You're plus 46. You can actually link something off of it, right? I'm not gonna try to do a real combo. I guess I could, for the sake of, there. There's a combo. Okay. But then there's also moves that are plus, but don't lead to anything. And I like to call them plus whatever number on guard, right? This is plus 17. Plus 17 jail, plus 17 guard. So what this means, what I think this means, is that you can't press anything that's within that 17 frame window. It won't link. See? Look, I have exactly a 17 frame move, which is this. It won't hit. See? I can set them to block after if you guys want. Oops. Won't hit. Even with the jab, won't hit. In a 16 frame button, right? Say I'm slow. 16 frame button instead. Fuck it. Does not hit. 12 frame button. I have tons of time, right? Nope. But it doesn't hit. 15 frame button again. Doesn't hit. And the reason why is because these things gel you. Hey, what up, Ace? These things gel you on hits. But they don't force you to take the next follow-up, right? A good example is something like this. You are jailed. You're actually jailed there, right? This says plus 20, and I can get my 18 frame low. You see how that works? Works. But if I do this, oops. If I do this and then try to link anything, truly, just anything, it will not link. And the reason why is because that's plus 17 on guard. There's a lot of instances in the game of this. I think the easiest one to understand is heat dash. People ask all the time once they start learning frame data, hey, why did I do like a heat burst? Or not heat burst. Why did I do a heat engager? And I'm plus 17 on hit, but I can't combo anything. Like, what's going on here? And all this is the game telling the opponent that they are stuck there at minus 17. Anything they try to do, more than likely will counter hit launched or counter hit knockdown, right? Or if they try to like even throw in a jab, my throw is too fast, right? So if I do 3-1, which is a heat engager, as you see here, I'm plus 17. But if we try, if you guys wanna, we don't have to, we'll try to launch. It's a 15 frame button. So if I just hold up forward and mash this, no launch. Wow. No launch. Try it off a different one. Also plus 17, same situation for every heat engager in the game. Try her back turn heat engager. No different, right? This is plus 17 guard. Plus 17 jailing. And it's a very similar situation for a lot of characters, a lot of instances in the game. And what all it means is that you get a free mix-up. You get like a held mix-up. It's very hard for your opponent to press anything out of that situation. Their armor generally won't start up in time. Their rage art won't start up in time. Their heat burst back of their own won't start up in time. Their heat smash won't start up in time. Whenever you have a situation where your opponent is plus 17, like minus 17 like that, I can actually show you if you want. I can turn the opponent's rage on. And I can set them to try to rage art, I think, right? We're gonna set them to try to rage art. Okay, so now see how they tried to rage art? Okay, so now that's what happens to their rage art because I'm plus 17 on hit. They have no frames here for their button. Look, I'll do it with a jab. Oops, I messed that up. I can actually do that. Oh, is this gonna jump over it? That'd be so nasty. It does. That's so funny. That's so funny. That's not what I was trying to do, though. How do you turn back around as Lily? Oh. Oh, no. Lily has a terrible time turning around, huh? Oh, you just press back twice. Oh, that's easy. But even that's doable. Yeah, so if I do this, it'll counter hit their Rage Art startup. They don't get to do it. If I do this, yep, I can turn around and block. I thought so. I was under the impression I could do that, but I've never actually tested it, right? We could even try an armor move if you guys want. I don't know Law's armor move. So what we could do is we could set it to punish. We could go 0, and then we could go select from punishment list, armor move, power crush attack. Now he's gonna try to power crush. Yeah, his power crush doesn't even have time to start up. See? Doesn't even have time to start up. Oops. Yeah, this means they are jailed into your next mix-up. And if you delay what you're doing, you can actually get bigger things. That. Instead of taking the small damage you would have got normally. Or even, if you can do something along the lines of... There you go. And that will completely stop the power crush. This is like 3 or 4 frames slower because of the dash input. So instead of it being I-16, it's like, I don't know, I-20 or something. So that leaves a small gap, but not enough time for the armor to actually start up. Can you do this here? Oh, lame, you can't. Yeah, there's a lot of situations in the game that lead to that. Generally, it's just this. Like where if they hold this on hit. Oh, I'm +5 there. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't work. It's not working on that because they're not trying to respond immediately with their power crush. So this is the only option we have to do it. Even something as slow as this 23 frame low from crouch dash. Even something as slow as that and stuff someone trying to power crush, right? Not a very slow power crush either. I think it's 20 frames. Yeah, not a very slow power crush. That's fucked up. Right, you get whatever kind of mix-up you want here because of the fact that they have to guard into that. They don't get to mash out. If they do, nothing will come out. Or they'll get counter hit for trying if you like do something delayed enough. Oops. Hello? Yeah, if you do something delayed enough that's like gonna beat their power crush. Or beat their mash out of tank. This might be the most balanced fighter I've ever played, and nobody seems to be unbeatable. I won't lie though, Drag is ridiculous. Drag is very strong. Drag is crazy strong. Yeah, that is just an example. I'm sure you guys have seen other examples of that, right? Where if, say, your opponent forces you to block something, right? Let me go over to my main character. Let me quick select and go over to Raven, and I can show you guys a little bit more. I believe I have an example here too.
Get ready for the next battle. It's not over yet.
That's +14, right? So that doesn't mean that he can't try to press something through this, because that is 14 frames. That won't just link on block, right? That's plus 16. I mean, that's 16 frames, that's 17 frames, that's 18 frames, right? So all this plus 14 on guard does, basically, is create a mix-up situation. I can show it again. But with Raven, let's go block all and activate after blocking. Let's set him to punish. Let's set him to try to get his Power Crush out. It won't even come out.
It's not over yet.
It won't even come out. I can do something 2 frames slower if you want, which would be that. And it probably still won't come out. Let's see.
It's not over yet.
Yep. I stuffed the startup frames of it with 2 frames of extra frames, right? I had 2 frames extra because this is 16 frames and I'm plus 14 there. Let's try the low. And what the low will do here, what the low will do here is it'll actually just counter hit the Power Crush. This combo is not real because I've already used armor. I've already used heat, but you guys understand. Right, off like heat bursts, off heat smashes, it's a very common situation. Off that, even more common, right? That's going to be the attack you're going to see it happen the most often off of, because of the fact that it's going to lead to a situation where, can you do that? I wonder if you can. Holy shit, that's broken. That's broken. Why is Drag like? Why is Raven like this? Anyways, I think I've showed off the basic concepts of the different types of plus on block. Or plus, just in general, right? There's some things where if you're plus enough, I guess I didn't show, now that I think about it. I think I showed it with, Lily, but we'll go over it one more time with Raven. Because Raven has a good example of this on hit. Where if he's plus enough on hit, he gets a free follow-up. There's a bunch of things in the game like that. Like Leo has some, Paul has some, where they're like hit confirm, counter hit confirm strings, right? But some you'll see in the move list, like the heat dashes, like the heat engagers, like certain things like what Lily did with the quarter circle forward 3+4, dew glide 3+4, whatever you want to call it. Things like that leave you at like plus 17, but the opponent is actually just blocking. So I'm going to set them to stand. I'm going to turn on my counter hit. My counter hit is on here. What this does now, what this move does, is it's plus 14, right? But it's not a plus 14 where it jails, it's a plus 14 where it combos. Like that's a 14 frame button and I can do that. But same with this. Plus 14. Same with this. Oops. Same with this. Wait, what? Bunch of characters have things like this, but the more weird ones are these, right? Like I'm plus 17 here. Why can't I just use my 16 frame launcher? They're jailed into the sequence. It is not free, but it is a free mix-up, which is nice, right? For those players who don't really have good ways to open people up, now you do. Did I do that wrong? I don't know what my combo would be there. I'm in fucking back turn. I have no idea. Anyways, if you learned something from this very terribly composed, off-the-cuff video idea, because I've seen people be confused about why certain things are plus on hit after starting to learn frame data in Tekken, why certain things are really plus on hit or really plus on block, and they don't lead to something guaranteed. This is why. Some buttons will lead to guaranteed mix-ups on hit at really ridiculous plus frames or really ridiculous plus frames on block that lead to mix-ups on block, and then others will lead to combos on hit. If you learned anything, if you learned something new, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That'd be fucking awesome. And let me know down below if there's any other small, minute fighting game things that you don't know about that you'd like to maybe get some more insight on if you're new to fighting games. Anyways, this has been Beanie Thuggish for the YouTubes, signing out and saying peace.